It is Tuesday, so it's yet another small town story, and tonight we're headed to a winery in Kewaunee, a place that's recently gotten international attention on account of how they produce their wine. NBC 26's Eric Kress takes us along.
Many haven't had the opportunity to take in the small town feel of Kewaunee, but oh so many more haven't had the chance to taste what this region can produce.
We started this in 2005, and our mantra has always been world-class wine from locally grown grapes. And we've sort of pioneered this notion that we can develop a regional wine style here that means something to people beyond these borders.
Today, dignitaries from China are checking out the vines at Parallel 44 to see if they can replicate the process of growing grapes back home.
The climate is quite similar, so I think maybe one day we introduce this variety to our country.
Initially, people they thought we were crazy, and they probably still do, but this part of the world here, the northeast Wisconsin region, is one of the newest wine regions of the country that's been recognized, and it has great potential because we're on the Wisconsin ledge here.
Here along the 44th parallel, condition for grape growth stays more or less the same across the globe. That's why folks from China are taking the tour in Wisconsin.
There's sort of a cross-cultural sharing of methods here, and we're kind of realizing we have more in common than we have different from each other.
In China, they've been burying their plants every year to protect their prized vines from the cold temperatures. Now, it takes a lot of labor and it costs a lot of money to do so. The Chinese are trying to learn some lessons from the Badger State.
So I think they're reaching the point of they need to produce a wine that is sustainable, and burying the vines in the ground every year to get through the winter isn't ideal, and they're really just learning the lessons, I guess, of at the same latitude across the globe, wine growers kind of need to do the same thing.
And as our international guest notes some of the practices used in northeast Wisconsin to make the winemaking process more affordable, they're also taking a little something more home from the dairy state.
I heard about the most important in Wisconsin is the cheese. I'll find some cheese.
I'm Eric Kress, covering small towns for NBC 26.